the rights of women and minority. New educational opportunities drew women to the progressive movement in America. But only 20% of them were women that attended college, and they couldn't study in law or medicine because they were fields dominated by men, so they played a big role in the reform movement. During the reform, they focused on temperance and women's rights to vote. The Women's Christian Temperance Union was an organization that fought for the restriction of the sale of alcohol locally and in states. In 1919, their efforts brought the 18th Amendment, which banned the use of production, sale, and transport of alcohol throughout the U.S. Women also wanted the right to vote, but many people opposed the idea. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony then formed the National Women's Suffrage Association in 1890 to get women the vote. In the same year, in 4 states, women gained the right to vote. But Alice Paul wanted more out of the NAWSA, so she formed the National Women's Party. It was very controversial and used many means of protest to draw attention to the suffrage cause. They succeeded in getting attention, which got the 19th Amendment formed. It was ratified in 1920 and gave all American women the right to vote. Although some reformers skipped any racial discrimination, but not Booker T. Washington. He was born a slave but was a very respected educator. He promoted educational and economic well-being instead of fighting discrimination. But on the other hand, Ida B. Wells spoke against discrimination. She drew attention to lynching and was forced to move due to death threats. W.E.B. Du Bois formed the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, which called for economic and educational equality for African Americans. They won Ginn versus U.S., which outlawed so-called grandfather clauses. American Indians were also slowly disappearing, so they formed the Society of American Indians. They tried adopting white culture, but 2,000 refused to do so. Immigrants were also ignored by the white progressives. Another example are the Chinese that came for gold but faced many hardships. The Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882 made the Chinese immigrating to America almost banned forever, but they formed their own bonds and formed communities. Overall, women fought for their rights, and many other ethnic groups worked their hardest for progressive reforms. The end.